Few more days left in this year's legislative session. Georgia lawmakers have taken a number of bills to cut down animal cruelty crimes that authorities say are all too common in our state. Lawmakers have considered bills that would ban cockfighting, give more resources to shelters and local police, and reduce euthanasia rates. Thursday, animal rights advocates rallied at the state capitol, urging them to pass laws that would protect animals. Prosecutor Jill Hollander handles animal abuse cases for the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. She said taking on animal violence is important because it often leads to violence against people.
We've put so many more resources into fighting animal cruelty because Madam DA recognizes that there is a link between crimes against animals, the violence against animals, and violence against people.
The Fulton County DA's office also started a program that lets pets be included in personal protective orders so people suffering abuse do not have to leave them behind.